Welcome to another episode of Making Majik with your host, Bradley Morris from Majik Media. This is the go-to show for purpose-driven creators to get inspired with innovative new ideas to produce your educational content, build thriving online communities, and turn your message into a movement.
So much has happened this year. It's been one of those years of all of the just totally unexpected, completely abandoned the plan straight from the get-go and have been like weaving and instinctually moving forward one step at a time, managing the chaos of life and business and this rapidly changing planet that we live on. It's been a very fascinating adventure, and I feel like it's all coming to a beautiful head, and all of the transformations and the forging through the fires of change that have happened have like really set myself up. I know so many people in this community have also gone through a bit of a rebirthing process, and it's all for good purpose. I really feel like 2026 is honestly going to be a completely different year for everybody financially and with the way that we can show up with our work and in the world and really serving our audience, meeting people where they're at and delivering the goods that we're here to deliver. And I had a coaching call the other day specifically around marketing and what is marketing. And I know a lot of people, myself included for a very long time, felt so much resistance to marketing, and therefore my business struggled and it was very hard to make money, because if you resist marketing, that is how you pull people into your orbit and you find right alignment and make those sales. And so I went through a reframe many years ago around marketing, and I found it to be very helpful to change my attitude when it came to all of the marketing activities. Because if your calendar is not full with clients or with people paying for your services or workshops that you're teaching, then the vast majority of all of your energy and time needs to go into marketing activities, ways that you're going to generate revenue to fill up your calendar, to get coaching clients, to sell your programs, your products, etc. It's all marketing until you have a waiting list, everybody, period. And so what is marketing? I've said this before. I'm going to say it again. Hopefully it lands deeper inside the body, the heart, and the loins for going into a new year and ending this one. But marketing is simply conversations. And there's so many ways that conversations can look. And what I don't want anybody to do is spin your wheels in your isolation chamber of constantly just tweaking things behind the scenes, but never testing your theories or ideas. It's easy to stay hidden. And this was the conversation I had in the coaching call the other day, is this person was spending so much of his time working and reworking his website and theorizing about his clients and who to serve and feeling divided between these two niches. And I said, well, how many conversations have you had with the people you're theorizing? And he was like, well, not really any. I was like, okay, well, let's come up with a list of ways in which you can have conversations with these people so that you can get out of your head and out of the isolation chamber, which when you stay spinning the wheels in your head and never actually getting the real world feedback from people who are in that target audience that you're theorizing about, it's easy to start to spin into self-doubt because you're not getting the validation that you need to move forward confidently with your vision and your plan. And so here's a whole bunch of ideas for y'all on like conversations that that work, that will get you clients, that will support you to sell your programs and your products and all the things. One, obviously, your signature workshop is a conversation. Even though it's a workshop, that is you putting your point of view right in front of people, giving them the opportunity to test drive your point of view through the transformational experience you're going to facilitate in that session. And then they, after trying on your point of view, they get to decide if they want to climb the mountain with you and go the next leg of the journey with you. So that's the most obvious one. I've got some amazing case studies coming up in the next week of people who have been doing the signature workshop training this year, and it's kind of a year in review case study series that I'm going to be rolling out just to give everybody inspiration and motivation to like charge forward with the plan and don't look at any other shiny objects in 2026. Just do the plan and you will see the results you're looking for. So that's one. Number two, I started as an experiment, I want to say 2 years ago, doing these 15-minute laser focused coaching sessions where people could sign up. I probably did several hundred of them in the last 2 years. Those led to lots of sales, clients, etc. People that joined the Magic Mind, people that signed up for the Signature Workshop training, people that bought other programs and products as a result of it. And those were simple ways for people to come with like one really clear, specific, focused intention on like, here's the one breakthrough that I really want today. And then we would just dive in for 15 minutes. At the end of it, I would give them their next step. I would give them a transcript, and here's a couple links if you want to check out my services to take the next step. It was very effective. If you don't have a full coaching roster, I'm going to save questions for the end, John. If you don't have a full coaching roster, then you doing these intro coaching sessions to give people an opportunity to experience what you do and what your magic is and what your power is live, personalized, like that is how you fill up your coaching roster. Because the end of it's like, here's my program. I think this was helpful for you. And here's the next step if you want to take that journey with me. Three, content. So whether it's your article, videos, podcasts, newsletters, these are all ways that you can conversationally share your point of view, guide people towards breakthroughs, guide people towards the epiphanies that they're having. These are also amazing marketing methodologies. So whether it's your podcast or going on other people's podcasts, next up is just like getting yourself out in the world with more people who are aligned with the work that you do, that have complementary skill sets. Go out for lunches, go out for coffees, start a local mastermind, do something out in the real world with real folks, whether it's networking events, conferences, etc. That one event I went to in Austin back in October has propelled so much momentum, and so many unexpected surprises that had nothing to do with the event are now coming forward just from being there in person, and people are getting to feel me and me providing real world value in the moment and a conversation. And all of a sudden there's all this magical synchronicity that's coming and referrals, etc. And so being out in the world and letting people see, feel, and experience the three-dimensional version of you is one of the best ways for you to just like make those connections that are 100% necessary to grow your business and your services. So those are just a few ways. Like if I was to double down on two pathways for increasing the number of people that are hiring you, one would be intro coaching sessions that have a really clear, specific, single pointed focus to them so people can like see what you're capable of in 15 or 20 minutes. And the second would be taking your stuff on tour, your signature workshop in person and online, and get in front of as many new audience as possible. And if I was to throw a third bonus in there, it would be to network with other peers and see how you can lift each other up. If your entire intention is not what can I get from this relationship, it's how can we lift each other up through this relationship, you're going to see so many more results. This is the approach that I've been taking with Magic Kids. And I've been doing a lot of outreach through to folks for licensing, strategic partnerships, and like education partnerships, tech partnerships. And my whole intention is like, what is the sweet spot where we're all going to win, where we're bringing something to the table that you need, want, desire, that fits your audience, that you're bringing something that fits a need for us. And it's like we can all lift each other up in beautiful ways. And that is what it comes down to. And all of those results of building those types of relationships with other people in your industry, those come through conversations. Hooray! It's all conversations. And so if you can let go of like all of the things that you think marketing is, and you just bring it down to however many conversations you can have around your particular specialty and your topic. That is all you have to do. And the more of those you have, the more clients you'll book, the more sales you make, the easier it will get as you grow, because every conversation, you're going to refine your point of view. You're going to find what makes people nod off and glaze over. You're going to find out what makes people light up and come alive and say, oh my God, I have to introduce you to this person because you're saying exactly what I heard them say they were struggling last week. And that's where referrals come from. It's all just conversational. And so that is the entire goal, is just have more conversations, and you will watch your business blossom in beautiful ways in 2026. So I'm going to give you a few minutes, and then we can dig into the questions that are lingering here. Take 3 minutes and write down 3 ideas that stick for you. How are you going to have 100, 200 conversations next year, if not more, with real people, real individuals? How are you going to do that with people?
Thanks for tuning in to this episode of the Making Magic podcast with your host, Bradley T. Morris from Majik Media. If you're inspired to leverage your life's work by crafting your transformational, educational, and inspirational media, thriving online community, profitable membership, or to turn your message into a movement, then head on over to majikmedia.com, that's M-A-J-I-K media.com, and explore what our partnership opportunities have to offer you and your beautiful business.